Good morning, everybody. I hope you had a great weekend and you were able to stay cool out there. Here in the First Alert Weather Center, I'm First Alert meteorologist Chandler Jordan. We've got some much nicer air headed our way for the start of the week, and I'll talk a little more about that with some detail here in just a few moments. But I did want to give you an update on the tropics as we're waking up this morning. Here's the latest First Alert tropical satellite loop of Major Hurricane Beryl. You can see that it's continuing to race westward towards the Windward Islands. Eventually, it'll make a brief landfall on one of these islands as it pivots through, and then from there, it'll continue to race into the Caribbean. The latest advisory as of 8 o'clock this morning, 130 mile per hour sustained winds around the core of the storm, making it a Category 4 major hurricane. It'll continue to speed off to the west through the Caribbean throughout this week. It looks like it'll stay to the south of Cuba and Hispaniola. Eventually, by Friday and into the upcoming holiday weekend, it'll get close to the Yucatan and Mexico. From there, we hope that the Yucatan will be able to start to tear apart the storm with its mountainous terrain, and that'll certainly be very helpful as this is a very, very strong storm. Good news, though, staying well away from South Carolina. Now, a little farther to the west in the Bay of Campeche, just west of the Yucatan, earlier this morning, Chris made landfall. It was deemed a tropical storm as of last night's 11 o'clock advisory, and with the 8 a.m. advisory this morning, no more advisories to be issued for Chris, and the reason why is that it has made landfall and it will dissipate pretty quickly as we work through the next few hours. Much farther and deeper back into the ocean, even to the east of Beryl, we've got another disturbance that we're going to have to watch out for. The newest advisory from the National Hurricane Center downgrading our chances of this becoming a named system, and that's good news. And I think it's going to be a little tougher for this particular system to organize itself because it will be moving exactly over the same waters that Beryl has churned through, and once storms churn through waters, it starts to pick up some of the cooler, deeper waters of the ocean, so that could help to prevent further development. Again, something we'll be watching closely here in the First Alert Weather Center. If we were to have another named storm, though, the next name on our list is going to be Debbie. Now, closer to home, here's our weather maker. It's a cold front that's headed our way. It's already been dropping through the state so far this morning. It'll continue to pivot farther and farther to the south as we work through the rest of this morning and into this afternoon. So as it does, a few showers and a few thunderstorms can be expected to farther to the south and farther to the east. I think a couple of us here in the Midlands will pick up some rain later on today, but again, 95 corridor and into the low country will be the best chance at a few showers and a few rumbles of thunder. And in particular, we're going to have to watch into parts of the low country. A level 1 of 5 marginal risk has been issued by the Storm Prediction Center within these counties in green that are butting right up against Bamberg, Orangeburg, Barnwell, and Aiken. There could be a storm or two that produces a wind gust of 50 or 60 miles per hour. So First Alert Futurecast is all good this morning, and once we get into the afternoon, you can see where the cold front continues to drop farther south. A couple of showers and storms start to get going by lunchtime, and then as we head through the afternoon, here's our activity continuing to drift into the PD as well as the low country, and then by this evening and into the night tonight, the rest of this moisture moves offshore away from the low country. That dries us out, and we've got ourselves a nice Tuesday morning. Mid and upper 60s to wake up with. Tuesday afternoon even better. The humidity remains a little low. Highs only climb into the mid and upper 80s. By Wednesday, humidity not so bad. Highs around 90 degrees. And then the 4th of July, upper 90s return to the Midlands. It'll be hot. It'll be humid, and we'll be keeping an eye out for the possibility of issuing First Alert weather days as we head into this weekend, because once again, we've got the return of heat and humidity with feels like temperatures that'll be well into the triple digits. Now, if we were to issue First Alert weather days, or if you want your latest forecast information, head over to our website, wistv.com. We've got our First Alert weather tab at the top of the page, right under the big red 10 that you can click on, and you can get your latest and most up-to-date information, whether it be your forecast, your interactive radar, or you can always take a look at our First Alert 10-day forecast. So hope you have a great day, great week ahead. ahead of us, especially with the 4th of July. Stay safe with your travel plans. And of course, if you're hanging around the Midlands as we head into the weekend, be prepared for the heat and humidity to be very, very similar to what we had this past weekend. For the First Alert Weather Team, I'm First Alert meteorologist Chandler Jordan. Make sure you stay with us. We have what's new coming up this morning, and that'll be right here in just a few minutes.